continuation of vegan diet. Now guacamole. To make a guacamole, we need, in Spanish guacamole, we need onions, tomatoes, and something green, usually cilantro. All of it we chop into small cubes, tiny ones, looking like pico de gallo that is in supermarkets in packs. It's also possible if you're in a hurry, grab one of those pico de gallos and then get 2 or 3 of those avocados, mush it, remove the inside into a bowl, and add, so it needs to be easy to disassemble, and add the pico de gallo, a little bit of lime or lemon, it's not necessary but it's good, and then salt, pepper, mush all of it and put it on the table. That's it. It's guacamole. How do we eat it? It's, if one has, for instance, a tortilla, it's possible to heat the tortilla, put the guacamole in the tortilla, and eat it as a vegan taco. It's possible to add Helen's Kitchen and add to Helen's Kitchen a bit of onions, a bit of garlic, and have that taco, non-killing taco, and have to the guacamole. Next, and pickle can be on the side too. I mean, it depends. One can vary also different vegetables in each. The second one is one that once and the ex-student of mine, she came because she was graduating from medical school, and she was having graduation, so she stayed with us. It was really nice. She's a very impressive person, very organized. It was a very good stay, and so she prepared for me once this fantastic dish, and it was actually made of sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes, a bit like just cut into slices, placed on this baking plate, poured over olive oil with the spices. I think she put romero for the chicken. It's fun. He's a dog, I'm sorry. I just did had also some minced beef. It's not his fault, but I mean, you know, the so yeah, she sliced all of it. All of the tomatoes, and the tomatoes, potatoes, sweet and long ones, peeled, sliced it, and then on top of it poured a layer of olive oil, a big salt, the sea salt, and spices, romero. Like the song says, quiero más romero, lo huelo, tú me hueles, el queriendo no se puede. Mala Rodriguez, that song. Romero, which means rosemary, that's it. And that spice on top, and then inside the stove, and when it's soft and falling apart, that's how long it is supposed to be baked. So those are sweet potatoes. The other one, what else? Oh, is tomato soup. Tomato soup was courtesy of that person in restaurant, French one, from Bishop to Pine, small Pine or big Pine, one of those, or Independence. It's possible also. There's this French person who has been here for years, and he has a waitress who is also well, she's American, but she either was born there or her parents spoke French. She's very nice. So he once had tomato soup. I like tomato soup. The way I make it now is like this: tomato concentrate. Tomato concentrate from 40 cents to $2-3 per small one. If group, it can be large one, massive amount. Or fresh tomatoes, also big container of sweet tomatoes. I like the vine ones, the ones that they are a little bit more expensive. They are really good. Sweet falling apart. There's no this a story about the exhaust, the maturing them, this and that. No, they are inside reddish, nice, ready to go. So tomatoes inside a big pot. First, if tomatoes in from scratch, well, it needs to be in hot water boiled, then peeled, then when hot, skin, we pull off that tomato so that it's ready. Then we mush it, mush it, add salt, and what do we add to it? I like to think that the best tomato soup is with, after all, olive oil, but it can be another fat. The fats are diverse. Diverse are fats. It can be coconut fat, olive oil. It can be also simple vegan vegetarian oil. It can be also some other type of oil. There are many. It can be, for instance, very tasty sesame seed oil. The thing is that it needs to have these spots where there are like circles of fat, so that it looks nourishes. And to that, on-site rice, and to the tomato soup, and also and also some amount of coconut, to put a little bit of white in here and there, and that salt, pepper, and if big jars from scratch, if there are plenty of tomatoes and accessible, we don't rip off anyone and can serve, or it can be from concentrate. And also for winter, no need to make own, storing 30 cents or something, and possible to have. And tomato soup is good hot. The best tomato. It's possible to eat it cold, but hot is better. With what? It's good to have a warm baguette, for instance. Warm baguette, tomato soup, that's it. Potatoes, what with the potatoes? I like tofu. Tofu fried in coconut oil is one option. Tempeh with garlic is another option. There are also very good recipes in in that book that Rox, who later became my friend. She also bought Buddha Stable. They are 2-3 hours. Buddha Stable, it's accessible on Amazon. Sometimes laborious, lots of work. However, the sauces, some of them are that good. Not all, but some. So those are some. I of course remember, like a coconut galangal soup. That is a soup that is fast to do and has coconut creamer, and also has galangal, which takes Amazon to order because we're going to Asian supermarket, but not always they have some. And has also in it a apart from galangal, I think ginger. That's it, ginger, and also cilantro as well, and is very nice. And tofu also fried first, tofu cooked mixed. Yes. What else in recipes are Rox did very good vegan recipe for brownies. I kind of like a raw cocoa mixed with some jello-like substance, but it cannot have any crustaceans. So that can be tricky. I saw that it's possible to make with the thing that is used to make stuffing for well, basically gelatin, but not made out of animals. That waving one, I don't know how it's called in the United States, because I bought it on you once or twice, I forgot, in Washington. And then so we mix the chocolate with that jello, and it becomes that kind of possible to cube cold dessert that is very tasty. What can I say? Ice cream. Well, ice cream, you see, that is tricky. I think that frozen bananas are still the hit. That I discovered in Paiute trip when I was camping there. Buy bananas. There are two versions. One sliced, like I did here at Stacy's apartment, sliced, fried, and with sugar served. Second option, sliced bananas with wheat flour, baked in that wheat flour's wrapped around, which means wheat flour, sugar, and to puff it up, baking soda, and banana we roll into that thing, and before that we add honey, so banana, honey, and then we roll in it. I do not like stealing from bees, so instead of honey, it is also possible to have sugar from agave, for instance, and then fry it on some sort of oil. Which one? I don't know. Coconut sounds the best because it's sweetish, but it can be also vegan big container as well. A lot of it, plenty, fatty, substantial, good stuff. To also have no problem with any hunger. What else is really that I was planning to say? I forgot. Oh, red beet soup, yes. Red beet soup, borscht. Boil 2, 3, maybe even 5 pounds of red beets, all until they're mushy. Peel, then after peeling all of it, slice into small pieces and boil until that soup, those red beets, no longer have color, and it's all impregnated with that red beet juice, the whole thing. Add some fat. I don't know that I cooked in Washington, but in the cabin. Adding to it, for instance, spices, not ginger, goji, I forgot how it's called. Those clovers. That's it, clovers. Clovers thrown into the red beet soup, and all that can be mixed together and to become thicker, substantial soup. Or it can be that it is the Polish style, which is more of a soupy, more of a liquid. It's very good for cold, upper respiratory infections, and the wooziness that comes from staying a lot in a rainy area, and or inside. It is a very good thing. What do we eat with? We eat with it pierogi. I'm laughing because they're called ears. Do not put any mammal DNA in it from any source. That's all. Pierogi, the dumplings recipe is from wheat, water, uh, circles with the glass like this, the other way around, stuffing with mushrooms, or shukrut, also cabbage, closing at the sides, baking, spread a little bit of olive oil, and then on side soup in something like this. And that also, how much? Plenty, as much as people want. If they want to more, serve, give persons what is thriving by feeding us as much as people want. If they want to rest, they rest. When persons are satisfied, they are not sleeping on this diet because they are not dangerous. When there is no hatred, there is no danger. That's why if no animal hates us, and we share, and this is the rule. Whatever is given, 10,000 times give. If you don't feel like it, means they don't want it. If they want it, don't be, and just move on. But if they do, well, then one can serve 10,000 times whatever it is that they want to serve. That is one of those rules of the Buddhism. Of course, it's not precise, but one makes an effort. And then I think that's it because it's almost 14 minutes. So those are recipes, I don't know, for maybe 1 week, depending. If large containers and persons few, then it is for longer. Depends if it's for police station, for work 3 times a day, or for imperfect foods, for instance, for all of the workers that work there, because persons should not eat from the floor. And also, I don't know, that is a great suggestion for the jails, for all the jails, foster care as well, and all of the lockups, not as an option. All excited about non-killing lifestyle, no trapping and no raping, and repentance. And we start always from persons who work there, and those who do not feel like working there, feel like they don't have freedom somewhere else. There are many places. Making coffee seems passionate. Many other things seem lighter and fun, and one can always, how do we say it, fly solo.